Hey, all right. Can everyone hear me? Hello. I can never tell. I can never tell if this is actually working or if it's not working or not. What's going on, everyone? What's going on, Fallen Hero? How are you doing, my friend? I'm assuming everyone can hear me. I think we're getting under. I think we're getting underway here. We're gonna let some more people jump in. Hope everyone is having a good time and everyone's ready for a good stream with some trivia. All right, we're gonna just get this keeps rolling for a minute here. Here we go. Hey, Exports. I never know how to say your name, Mr. Sports, but I'm glad you could make it in quickly. I know you got a lot. Oh, perfect. All right, you can hear me. You know what? I'm glad everyone can hear me. I'm glad we're all joining in today. I'm gonna try looking at the camera because I'm trying to do too many things at once because I'm not very good at this live stream thing. But I do appreciate everyone coming out and seeing what's going on today. Yes, we can hear you. All right, we got some audio going on, some audio rolling. So we're gonna have some fun today. We're gonna do the giant giveaway. Can we hear the drop? No, we cannot hear the drop in. But you know what? I'm not doing the drop in today because it's my voice is still a little bit shot. But we'll maybe do that later on. So I think everyone's gonna try to come in and get one of these. So, and I would just like to just show this real quickly. I mean, again, like I said, this is a beautiful Giants Eli Manning replica Super Bowl ring. Hey, Scott, what's going on, my friend? And like I said, we're going to do a little trivia. We're going to do 3 rounds of trivia. We're going to have some fun here. We're going to have the first 3 rounds, and then the last round will be the golden trivia round. We're also going to give away some shirts, some mugs, some Black Rifle coffee, and we're hopefully going to talk some Giants. But what I wanted to do right now is I was going to wait for some more people to pop in because everyone seems to be popping in pretty quick. Hey, what's going on? Football Talk with Benny. I wanted to bring in my special guest. And I think the special guest for some people are going to be a little bit more surprised. And I'm actually kind of surprised myself, and I can see him smiling online. Whoever thought this would happen would probably going to say probably a year ago, you know what, Tim, you are probably crazy. It's never going to happen. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to drop him in, and hopefully we can see him right now. And here he is. It is Chris the Entertainer. What's going on, my friend?
What's going on, Tim, man? Yeah, you reached out to me a couple of months ago, and
audio.
You hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay.
Yeah. The audio for some reason there.
Oh, okay. No, you reached out to me a couple of months ago, and we finally got together, and you asked me to come on to do the trivia with you, and I'm all about always working with Giants fans whenever they want to do something together, building up this community. So I appreciate you reaching out to me.
Well, like I said, I am very appreciative that you were able to come on. I'm not going to say we didn't get off to a potentially rocky start. I mean, but I think we've worked through some of the issues, and like I said, I think it's like you've said many times, it's good for the Giant community to to all come together and kind of be organized as one. So, and like I said, I really appreciate you like I said, making the time.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you coming on. Excited to talk some Giants and give away some shirts and whatever else you're giving away to your subscribers. Some trivia. Just don't question me. I don't want to make myself look like a fool. I'm kidding. I hear like an echo in the background, by the way. I don't know if that's
I know. There's something going on with my computer, and I don't know what's going on.
You know what? You might have to mute the computer.
And I can't even. Whoops. I don't know what's going on. There's something going on with the stream here. I keep getting I'm getting feedback, and I don't know why. This is interesting. I can't figure it out. Now they're telling me there's something wrong with the broadcast.
I think I mean, it looks good. It's just the echo in the background.
Yeah, let me see what I can. Let me see what I can do here with the echo. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why.
What's up, guys? Lost Tim, but I'm here. What's going on, Roldy, man? What's going on, Wolf? What's going on, ECK Sports Fallen Hero? I'm sure Tim will be back in a second. Be doing a giveaway, but I think he just knocked himself out of the stream. I guess he's still figuring this out since he usually only does videos. He doesn't go live a lot. I never thought I'd be live on Tim's channel by myself. But what do you guys want to talk about? What do you guys want to talk about? I'm going to be live on my channel at 10:10, so you can come on by for that. But what do you guys want to talk about? What's going on, E2 Max, man? Thanks for popping in the stream, man. I'm running the show, guys. What's Tim's intro? I don't even remember what it is.
All right,
he's back. He's back.
I'm back. We had too many speakers going on through here. What's my intro? I don't know. You know what?
I was going to do your intro for you that everybody was asking. I didn't remember what it was.
Oh my goodness! But you know what? We're not going to do an intro today. You know, I actually had a question for you, Chris. I was kind of curious about this because I was thinking about it in reference to, and I think you did a video on it, but in reference to Leonard Williams. And I just did a video on it yesterday or today. Leonard Williams, Dalvin Tomlinson. You have two players. Potentially, you could have 10% of the salary cap situated just for those two guys. If Leonard Williams comes in anywhere between $18 to $20 million and you get Dalvin from 10 to 12, what are your thoughts about trying to bring both of them back in? Or are we going to let maybe Dalvin go and pull another, Joseph when he went over to the Vikings?
It really is a tough decision, Tim, because I look at the Giants defense and I want to keep it together. We had a great year this year. I want continuity just like I want on the offensive line. If you look at the Giants salary cap right now, and it depends on what you go by. I go by Spot Track. You could go by other websites, and it's all estimates right now. We don't know exactly what the cap's going to be. There's been reports 180, 175, 181, 185. I go by Spot Track right now. They got it at 185, so they got about $8 million in cap right now. I'm sure you know you cut Solder after June 1st. It saves you 10. That bumps you to 18, I think it is, and then you could cut Tate, which is another 6. That's 24. And then, there's like 4 or 5 small signings that could give you another 10 to 12. Plus, you could restructure salaries, like potentially extend Zeitler, backload the salary that way, or you could cut Zeitler. I don't think that's in the best interest of the team. And you could restructure guys like Sterling Shepard, so on and so forth. And I think they could get upwards of $45 to $50 million. And if they do that, well, then you got to ask yourself, if you, like you said, between Dalvin Tomlinson and Leonard Williams, you're talking at a bare minimum of probably $30 million, which is only going to leave you with another $15 to $20 million
Exactly.
to fill out with the rest of your roster. And, at that point, don't expect to bring in a premium wide receiver. You're talking about bargain guys at that point that maybe you could bring at the wide receiver. And I'm sure you probably agree with me that we need help at the cornerback spot as well. So it's going to be interesting.
I'm a Patrick Surtain guy.
As am I. I'm a big – I like Farley too, but I
think you won't get past Atlanta.
Farley's got a lot of upside.
Yeah.
But I'm a big corner guy. I think they need to address that, especially with the defensive scheme they run. But it's tough, man. Before the year started, I would have said, no way. No way you're keeping both Tomlinson and Leonard Williams. But in the back of my head, I kind of want them to, because that defensive line is the biggest strength of this team. But it's going to be tough. I mean, like you said, we get creative. You could backload some salary, anticipating that the cap's going to go up. But you're going to be really strapped for cash, and it's going to be hard to add anything else to this team if you bring both of them back.
I agree. You know what? I'm going to have to do this, and I'm going to have to put you on the spot, so I'm going to pop this up here.
Oh, love for us to switch intros later? I'm trying to remember. I'm trying to remember what your intro is. I know
I haven't done my intro in a long time, but I'm going to do my intro. That's hello, everyone. This is Tim with Online Business, bringing you the best of New York Giants sports talk and entertainment. Can't do it because of the allergies.
That's pretty good. Pretty good.
But we try. So, hey, you know what? I'm waiting.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Well, what is going on, football fans? Back at it with another New York Giants video. Today I'm live with Tim on his channel, Online Big Blue. We're going to be giving away some coffee mugs, hoodies, whatever else. I'm excited to be here, so let's jump into it.
Well, fantastic. You know what? I want to jump into the round because we got a couple of younger viewers that I know have to get to bed. So I don't want to hold those guys up. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 rounds of trivia. And the first prize we are going to give away is going to be a coffee mug and a New York Giants 2008 program from the Super Bowl. And you'll get a choice of coffee mugs. You can have either your regular Online Big Blue mug, or you can get your your sensitivity. I listen to Online Big Blue. So what we're going to do is we're going to have 3 questions. And whoever basically types in the first answer is the winner of that round. So if you actually then at any point in time, like I said, we're going to have 3 questions. If you answer all 3 questions correctly, you automatically win the prize. If one person answers it and another person answers it, and we have 3 winners at the end of 3, we're going to have a bonus round question, and then only those 3 people will answer the questions, and then that's the person that's going to be the prize winner. So, Chris, I'm hoping you're going to be able to answer some of these questions as well, because honestly, I probably should have put together more thought about this, about some of the questions, but question number 1, I'm going to make it an easy one. So if everyone is ready, all right, yeah, we're going to do it right now. Question number 1, 1986, Giants in Minnesota, 4th and 17, the miraculous play. Who was the quarterback and the wide receiver for the New York Giants? Now let's see if anyone can get that. That should be an easy one.
It's not Eli. See,
no, it's not. It's not Eli. Well, we got one. Now I need the receiver. I'll give you a hint. He lost his Super Bowl ring. He was traded to San Diego after a drug issue. No, still. I thought that was good. I thought that was going to be an easy question. Cannot carry. Yeah, there we go. Evan Ingram, you are the winner right there. That was a fairly easy one, I thought, but you know what? I guess it wasn't. So, Mr. Ingram, you are going to move on to the next question, the next round. If you answer this question, Evan Ingram, you answer the next question, then, like I said, you'll be one question away from winning it all. So let's go to an easy question. Phil Simms, 1979, was the number 1 draft choice, of course, of the New York Giants. What college did he play for?
I know this one.
You can't answer.
I'm not letting Evan Ingram know, though. He doesn't deserve to win with the way he played this year.
Yeah, that's true. He would just drop the question anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that was a fairly easy one.
Morehead
State. Here we go. We have Fernando. You are number 1 on that. Morehead State. All right. What we're going to do now is we're going to have one last question, and it's going to be, I think, should we make? Chris, do you have a question?
I didn't come prepared, but I could give you a question off the top of my head. Yeah, I'll give you one. Who holds the record? New York Giants history in a single season. Who holds the record for most receptions in a single season by the New York Giants?
Oh, I know that one.
That's off the top of my head. We'll see who gets it.
Well, I'm gonna let you see. I'm gonna let you call the right answer then.
Okay.
No.
It is not. Yep, Rob Phillips got it. Steve Smith. Saheed got it first, actually. Saheed got it first. At least from what I see, Steve Smith.
All right. Well, was it or did Jose G?
The one that I see. Yeah, I see Saheed first.
All right, Saheed first. All right, so we're going to have Saheed, what's his name? Mr. Fernando Crespo and Evan Ingram. Just these 3 gentlemen, one of you just needs to answer this question correctly, and you will win the program and your choice of a coffee mug. So we will make it an easy question. Let's see. 1982, Butch Woolfolk was the New York Giants' number 1 draft choice. He had a very pedestrian career. There was a gentleman taken after him who became one of the greatest Giants running backs of all time, and he actually won a Super Bowl. Who is that running back?
Pretty sure I know this one, but I'm not going to say it.
I never thought it was if no one knew the answer. I never thought that far ahead. So we're waiting for them to Google.
Yeah, I think.
Well, you got it right, but look, guys, I'll give you a hint. I just need either Fernando or Evan or someone just to write it down. So
I got a Joe Morris autograph right here, actually. My mini helmet.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that one.
And a Stephen Baker on the other side.
Stephen the touchdown maker.
Yeah, Stephen Baker, touchdown maker, and Joe Morris on my mini helmet.
All right, you know what I'm going to do? Since one of the 3 has not answered the questions, there we go. I am going to give it to Fernando Crespo. You win your choice of you get the program, and you win a choice of your coffee, whatever coffee mug you want. We have 3 different designs, and what I'll do is I'll have you email me with your information, and we'll move on to that. We're going to move on to the second round. And I was gonna go into the old Giants trivia book, but I'm seeing we're having some problems with some of the questions. So I'm gonna try to take it easier right now. I'm gonna make this an easy question, real easy. 2004, the Giants drafted a quarterback. I need the name of the quarterback and what college he attended.
Ooh.
Now, if we don't know that, then I'm gonna have to. I don't know what else that I'm gonna have to say. Which one?
Come on, guys.
I'm gonna make you earn it. Don't worry. There we go. There we go. Con Mac, you are the first one to jump in.
Technically, you said drafted, though. We drafted Rivers.
Well, that's true. That is true. But
I was going to say, that's why I said, ooh.
I wasn't going to make it a trick. I should have rephrased that. You're right. But I wasn't going to try to make that a trick question.
Because that's why I gave the ooh. Because, we technically.
But that was, I was actually going to go with that. And it was funny that you said that because I thought about it for a minute. And I said, you know what? I want to make sure. I want to move it along a little bit because I want to make sure we have some more time actually to answer some questions for you and have some people ask you some questions as well. So I wanted to make sure we moved forward. But all right, so Con Mac, you are gonna go on to the bonus round, the second round. Simple. Here's a good one. I think this is a good one. The New York Giants on their Super Bowl run in 1986 traded for a former Pro Bowl running back who used to play for this team in St. Louis. Can you name that running back? Most people don't know that he came over in 86. But he did win a Super Bowl in 1990. There, Evan Ingram again. All right. I'm gonna have to have a bonus package if you win 2 rounds.
You can't let Evan Ingram win this contest.
Well, I can't not. What am I going to cheat?
He took all our hearts away this whole year. You can't give him a
prize. That's true. You know what? That's true. But I'll just, like I said, I'll just throw him the ring and he'll drop it anyways. So we're going to make it. We're going to make this as an easy question. This is a good question. Of course, everyone knows the New York Giants drafted Lawrence Taylor 2nd overall. Who was the running back taken number 1 that year, and by which team? I should have had the music.
That's a good question. I'm trying to. I want that one. I'm not 100% sure on. I'm trying to think of who it could be.
He also played. I'll give you a hint. He also won a Super Bowl with Washington. Okay. We got. Oh, there we go. You know what? You and 2 people are going to move on to the second round again.
That's
George Rogers.
That's
you were
good.
New Orleans Saints. Of course, he also went on to win a Super Bowl with the Washington Redskins. All right, I'm going to break out the book because I want to give a tough question. Because this prize package we're going to be giving away of course, one of the online Big Blue shirts. We're going to give away 2 coffee mugs and a bag of my favorite coffee, Black Rifle Gunship. So we're going to make this a tough question. And actually, I want to see if Chris can actually knows this because this is actually a good question. This is actually a really good question. All right. And then because a lot of people don't know this, but what pass defense did the Giants coach Steve Owens originate and what was its alignment? Most people do, and I actually had to look that one up myself.
I'm sorry, what was the question again?
The question is, what pass defense did the Giants coach Steve Owens originate, and what's the alignment?
I don't know that one.
This is actually an interesting thing, and it's used. It was used quite a bit. Now 4-3, that's actually a good guess. West Coast, that was actually a good guess. Now 5-5-3. You know what? We're getting closer. We're getting closer. There we go. Oh, Connie Mack. Wow. You actually, you got the umbrella defense, but it's actually a 6-1-4. But I'm going to give you that. I'm going to give you that one because that was a tough one. Because I thought about that question the other day because I was thinking about Patrick and his defense. All right.
Patrick's whatever.
What's that?
He's whatever. He does everything, Patrick Graham.
Well, and before we jump it around, I want to talk about Patrick real quick. And I want to ask you, okay, he came over, of course, from Miami. There was a lot of talk when he first came over if it, whose defense, if it was Brian Flores' defense or if it was Patrick's defense when he came over. We see now that more than likely the situation that he has himself in, it's his own defense. And I have mentioned numerous times that once the league gets film on a certain defense, such as the 46 zone, or if you go to the offense, such as the run and shoot, they understand, they start figuring out tendencies and they figure out which player packages are used. So my question to you is, how do you think he's going to adjust this year, knowing that the league is now going to know not exactly what he's going to do because he'll have different personnel, but they're going to have a better idea and understanding what kind of defense he's going to run and how he's going to run it situationally?
It's a good question, and it's definitely something I guess you could be somewhat worried about. I think Patrick Graham's a really smart guy. And everything I hear about that guy, I think Judge is smart. I think Patrick Graham is twice as smart as he is. I mean, the guy went to like an Ivy League school. He's a brilliant mind. And that's the thing I love about his defense is it's adaptable. Much like Joe Judge said when he took the job, he wants versatility. We don't run a specific defense. I think we determine what we're going to run based on our opponent. Like if we feel like the 4-3's better to run against a set opponent, we're going to run that more often than the 3-4, or whatever looks like a 6-1-4, whatever he's going to throw at you. But I'm not too worried about it, to be honest with you. I actually think defense is going to be better this year. I really do. I'm a little bit worried about the offense. I think the offense can't get worse, but I don't know if it's going to be good enough for us to get to the point where we're a playoff team. I hope that's the case. The defense I actually think is going to be better because I think they're going to be more acclimated to it. I think they're going to bring in more talent via the draft. You get Lorenzo Carter back. Xavier McKinney barely played last year. I'm excited about this defense next year. I really am. And I think Patrick Graham's smart enough to adjust. Now,
you brought up a good point, though, about the offense. I'm not a Daniel Jones hater, and I've said it a million times. I feel I'm a Daniel Jones realist. And I always hear he doesn't have the weapons, he doesn't have the line, he doesn't have the running back. But that never seems to fall under Jason Garrett. Everyone always seems to say, Daniel Jones doesn't have this, but if your offensive coordinator doesn't have that, he can't call the plays that, that the fans want him to design. So my question is kind of you. I'm not saying who's at fault, but if you're going to say that Daniel Jones doesn't have these things, how can you not say that then about Jason Garrett? And how can you then truly judge him on what he did in 2020?
I watched your video on that. And I even commented on it. I was in complete agreement with what you had to say on the topic. I've been saying that for months. Everybody that, and I'm definitely a guy that's willing to give Daniel Jones a chance this year. I think he has talent, but I'm not completely sold. I'm kind of like, I'm going to wait and see approach. And it's the same thing with Garrett. But yeah, I'm in complete agreement with you. If you're going to blame Daniel Jones if you're going to make up excuses for Daniel Jones and then blame it all on Garrett, well, Garrett has the same deficiencies that Jones has. If you're going to say Jones needs receivers, Jones needs the offensive line to block better, you could say the same thing for Garrett. I actually could contend, Tim, I think Garrett had it harder than Jones because not only did he have the same deficiencies that Jones had, he had Jones. He had a quarterback that had to learn a completely new scheme.
Right.
And it took him 7 or 8 weeks to get acclimated to it. So everybody that pins everything on Garrett, I honestly don't think they're being fair. And I'm not saying Garrett's the greatest offensive coordinator in the world, believe me. But I think it's fair to give him another year.
Well, I definitely think you need to try to give him another year. And it's the same thing with Daniel Jones. We need to give him another year. And people always laugh because I always say the Giants are really giving him another year because there's $15 million in cap dead space that allows them to give him another year because you're not going to cut him with that kind of cap number. Right. You're not going to move on from him. And that's why I laugh when people say, well, we should draft somebody. Well, yeah, I wish he's not the guy, we're going to find out sooner or later. And my opinion has always been, if he's not the guy, we're probably going to set the franchise back at least another 2 years. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear that, but it's like,
no, that's the truth.
That's kind of the way it's going to go. And I hope it's not. But here's a good question right here. Is Shockey a better tight end than Ingram was even before the torn ACL in 2007?
I think that's a statement. I think that's a statement. You're saying Shockey.
I know, but I'm asking you as a question now.
Oh, okay.
I understand. Yeah, it's definitely a statement, but I'm asking you, was Shockey a better tight end than Evan Ingram?
Oh, yeah.
Even before the torn. I mean, because I think that was I think that was, interesting because I think a lot of people still have the thought process that Evan Ingram's going to be this this guy that's going to move forward and progress. I mean, he's 27 years old. He'll be in the league for 5 years. I mean, what do you think they're going to do with Evan? I mean, do you think they're going to try to trade him, build up his value, or just send him on his way?
Yeah, as far as Shockey and Ingram go, it's not even close. I grew tired of Shockey, after, once Eli came in and whatever, and we saw what he did after Shockey went down, he kind of grew from it. But in terms of talent, Shockey was much better than Ingram. As far as Ingram goes, I think they're going to let him play this year. It seems like the Giants like him for some reason. It seems like Judge likes him. I don't see him being here past another year, though. Maybe you trade him mid-season if the team's out of it, or maybe you let him go at the end of the year, possibly you get a comp pick for him, maybe a tag and trade scenario at the conclusion of the following year. But I don't think Ingram's going to be here long term. We may even draft a tight end this year. We're going to have to wait and see if we draft a guy like Kyle Pitts. I know everybody's in love with him. We'll see if they go that route. But I don't think he'll be here long term. The guy can't block. The guy drops balls. He had 11 drops this year at the tight end spot. And one thing I always say on my channel, Tim, tight ends shouldn't cost you football games. Okay? I'm not saying they should win you football games, but they shouldn't cost you football games. He cost us like 2 games last year. So to me, he just hasn't lived up to the potential.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I mean, I don't know about taking the tight end in the first round. I mean, it's
I'm with you on that. Yeah,
we have so much more pressing needs. I mean, it's just, and I understand that Pitts he could be an all-world talent, and I laugh because I read his scouting report on my channel, and then I read Evan Ingram's, and they were almost identical. And I'm not saying he's going to fall into the Evan Ingram category. And honestly, he hasn't been playing tight end since he changed positions in high school. So he never really played tight end until his last years in high school before he came in. So he's still learning the position. So Pitts could literally turn around and make me look foolish. But like I said, I worry that the scouts are saying the same thing that they said about Evan Ingram for Kyle Pitts. I mean, that just makes me a little concerned at this point in time. All right, we're going to jump in because I don't want anyone to forget the 3 people that were actually in the next round of the trivia, because we're going to give an easy question for this prize. And I think I don't know if everyone, I keep forgetting I'm old. Like I said, I am older than everyone on YouTube. I'm probably older than a lot of people combined together on YouTube. So 1983, Bill Parcells' first season. What was his record that first year? And I think that's a good question. I mean, that wasn't too far back.
No,
and it was actually one of the worst seasons we've ever had.
No, I think I know this one, but I'm not going to say it. So one of the 3 finalists has to answer this, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, we got Connie Mack. You actually got you got that. Sir, you are the winner of the T-shirt. The shirt, the 2 coffee mugs, and the bag of Black Rifle coffee. I don't have any of the Silencer Smooth, but the Gunship is just as good as the coffee. I don't know if I used to be a drinker, but now I'm a coffee guy. So I mean, you trade one vice for the other.
I'm a coffee guy too.
I don't know if did you ever try Black Rifle?
No.
No,
I use the Keurigs.
Oh yeah, we used to use that, and then we went to the Black Rifle, and then this other machine, and we probably have like 12 different machines in the house to make coffee, which is probably why I'm always so hyper. But that's all right. All right, we're gonna go jump into we're gonna start round 3, and round 3 is gonna be the same thing. We are gonna give away a shirt, 2 cups, 2 mugs, and another bag of Black Rifle coffee. And I don't want to throw you on the spot there, Chris, but do you have a question?
Let me see if I come up with one off the top of my head. Okay. You know what? This is such a specific question, but I'm going to say it anyway. They're going to look this up and get it. In 2011, Eli Manning and 2012 combined, Eli Manning that year, if you include both the regular season and the playoffs, threw for the most yards in NFL history. It was later broken by his brother. If you combine both the playoffs and regular season in a single season, how many yards did Eli Manning throw for in 2011 between regular season and playoffs combined? It's the most yards in the history of the NFL before Peyton Manning broke it.
That's a good question. And evidently I had Saeed was a finalist. Yes, you were, sir. And you know what? I'm going to send you a coffee mug and a T-shirt either way. So I'm going to send you an email. So you don't need. I'm going to put your thing up there. You don't need to be confused.
Evan Ingram got it.
Evan Ingram. You know what, Evan Ingram? You got to stop answering questions. You have to stop.
6,132 yards, and he threw. I think it was over 1,100 yards in just the playoffs. That today is still the most ever in a single playoff by a quarterback.
That's right. That's right. All right, I have a good question, and it's an Eli Manning question. So it should be interesting. Eli Manning in the. No, I'm not going to ask that question. That's not a good question. I was going to ask you that question, but that is not a good question. Oh, simple. Let's see. I got to think something that's not too difficult because I got an email that says some of the questions were too hard. So I don't want to eliminate people because, like I said, I am old, so I go back way back because I was gonna give a question from the '60s, but I don't think I want to do that. But you know what? I am gonna give an old question because it is a giant question, and it's an old time giant question, but it should be an easy one. Okay, who first made number 70 a household name for the New York Giants? He wore this number first. It's not Leonard Marshall, but he is an all-time great Giant Hall of Famer who first wore number 70 and was traded to the Washington Redskins. This is going back a little bit. I think we should know. There we go. Connie, geez, the same people are answering the questions. Connie Mack, yes, you have Sam Huff. That is Jim Burton.
Con Mack, man, he's killing it.
Mr. Lewis, you were actually the first one to come in there. I'm sorry, sir. I'm sorry. Yeah, you were always answering questions. All right.
Roldy, my man, one of my best subscribers, man.
All I know, he is a gentleman that shouts me out all over the world, and I love it.
Roldy's awesome.
I love it, and I appreciate it greatly. Okay, you know what? I saw Jim Burt. We're gonna make this one. What was Jim Burt's number? But it's gonna be a two-part question. When Jim Burt was released by the Giants, what team did he go to? And if the same person answers it again, not close. I'll give you a hint. It's in the 60s. How about what team did Jim Burt go to? Oh, my computer froze there.
I see a couple people answering the same answer, so I don't know if that's right or not.
I can't. My computer froze there. My computer froze. Oh, Dick. Okay. Well, let's see here. Let's see here. I got the answer. There's Fernando Crespo. Let me just roll up to make sure. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see here. Let's see here. I got the answer. There's Fernando Crespo. Let me just roll up to make sure. Yeah. Let's see here. I think Fernando is the winner. That Fernando Crespo, you are the winner again. I don't know what is going on my computer again.
Yeah, I hear the echo again.
Is the winner that it keeps telling me that I have another device open. I don't know what is going on my computer again.
Yeah, I hear the echo again.
Yeah, it is back again. I have another device open. And I can. All right, did that turn it off? What is going on my computer again? No, I don't know what's going on here. It is back again. I have another device open. And I get. There we go. Yeah,
all right. I think we're good.
It keeps popping up and saying that I'm not very good with this StreamYard, and it keeps popping up and saying that there's a second device open, but I do not see anything. I do not see anything open. All right, but Mr. Crespo, you are again moving on. Oh, my goodness. You're making me look bad. All right. Greatest Giant tight end. This is for the three winners. Greatest Giant tight end in Giant history has always been, people will say it is Mark Bavaro. I believe it's Bob Tucker, but again, I'm old. But Mark Bavaro, he was in modern times the greatest giant tight end. What college did Mark Bavaro attend?
It's not Evan Ingram, guys. I see everybody typing Evan Ingram is the greatest Giants tight end. No, stop that.
Which college did he attend? There we go, Connie Mackey. You are the winner. There you go. That is correct. He went to Notre Dame, which I always like to say, and you win again. So you know what? I'm gonna have you email me, and I'm gonna give you a choice of prizes. I'm not going to say exactly what it is, but I'm gonna give you a choice. Before we go into the final round, like I said, we have Chris, the entertainer, here. I would like to know if anyone, before we jump in, has any questions. Like I said, did I personally think this was going to happen? No, but you know what? I'm glad it did. So, you know, if anyone has any questions, I would love to hear Chris's thoughts on, and of course, anything Giant related. I see you're doing some Knicks stuff now.
I'm a huge Knicks fan.
Streaming some of the games? Or
I stream every game.
Play?
Yeah. I love the Knicks. I'm a huge Knicks fan.
No, so am I. I mean, I can't remember. I can remember the last time they won, but I can't.
You know. I grew up watching the '90s Knicks, which is those teams were awesome, but they never won.
Yeah, I came in just after the era of the championship, so I came in towards the tail end of the '70s. Okay. So I mean, I went through that, and I went through the '80s, and everyone always thinks that Patrick Ewing year was the worst year in Knicks history. The year they drafted him, because of the fact that Bernard King blew out his knee, and that actually allowed the Knicks to actually draft Ewing because they were so bad. But the prior years, Hubie Brown had him in the playoffs every year.
Let's be fair, Tim. What allowed the Knicks to draft Ewing was they rigged it. They rigged the lottery. That's what allowed the Knicks to get Ewing. What is that?
I said the legend is that they had the card itself in the drum in a freezer.
Yeah, they bent it or something, right?
No, I heard it was a freezer that they had.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
It's cold, so it would so they would know which one to pick. I'm getting that to Fernando Crespo was a gentleman that got that last answer right as well. So you know what? I'm giving everyone a coffee mug. So Fernando, you're going to get a bunch of stuff. So the good news is, and I mentioned this before in my last video, I bought a bunch of stuff to give away at tailgating. And because I thought there would be a season. So I always go to all the games. So I was going to have a tent and just give away the online Big Blue stuff. And right now the online Big Blue stuff is sitting in the online Big Blue closet. So it's, I don't know what's going to happen next year, but I'm hoping that there's going to be a season. I'm hoping that we can actually go. So, I mean, I think we kind of have to figure out what's going on. Here's a good question though.
Yeah.
All right. I think, and actually I like Bateman. I don't like him at 11. I like him in the second round. But Bateman out of Minnesota, what are your thoughts about the Giants maybe picking him up later in the draft? I don't think he's going to move out of, I think he's going to move out of the first round, but I think he'll go early second unless someone reaches up to get him like in the 30s. But
yeah, personally, the only way I could see is taking Bateman. And we're not taking him at 11. I don't know if Nipple's being sarcastic. I like Bateman a lot, but not at 11. I could see us getting him if we trade down. Like if we trade down to the 20s, that's where I think he's going to go. I personally don't think he gets to us in the second round, but you never know. Like wide receivers drop all the time in the draft, so you don't know until the draft. Like last year, Mims, for example, nobody thought he was going to go where the Jets got him at the back end of the second round. So there's no way of knowing. I like Bateman. He's tall. I think he's 6'2". He's a pretty well-rounded wide receiver. So, yeah, I like him, just not at 11.
Yeah, I'm saying I can't see him going, that high. I mean, if someone reaches up to get him, maybe like I said, between 28 and 32, somewhere between there. But I think he's going to be at least, in the early part of the second round. I mean, I think he's got the talent, he's got the size, but there are just too many receivers right now that are ahead of him. And this can all change, of course. I don't know exactly what they're going to do, if they're going to do the combines or exactly what's going to happen, but I don't know if they're going to do if they're going to do the video pro days like they did last year.
I like Moore from Purdue. He's small. He's small.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that's the only thing that gets me. It's again, everyone says that they want a big target for Evan Ingram.
Yeah,
they want that big guy, and yeah, he's kind of on the on the smaller side. So I mean,
he's fast though. He's electric.
Well, that's the thing though. I mean, he's got the speed, and like I said, if he's going to be able to stretch the defense and then hopefully open up some holes from Saquon Barkley if it comes back.
Yeah.
All right, wide receiver in free agency or draft. What do you think, Chris?
Chris, wide receiver in free agency or draft? I think free agency. I'm actually leaning. Well, I could see both. I don't think. Here's what I'm going to say, Tim. I don't think we're going to get the top of the top in free agency. If we did, I'd say we're not drafting a wide receiver. But, Tim, I look at it like this. One, we talked about Leonard Williams and the need to bring him back. He is important to this defense. I know Roldy doesn't want him back. I want him back, and I think most Giant fans want him back. Maybe you don't, but I like Leonard Williams a lot. And I think he fits the scheme very well. Not to mention, for everybody that says clear up cap space, bring in Allen Robinson. Let me ask you something, Tim. One, we're like 19th at cap space right now. Two,
right.
If you're Allen Robinson, if you're Kenny Golladay, let's take our Giants hats off right now. Are you going to be knocking down the Giants door? I got to get with a guy who just threw 11 touchdowns last year. Let me get here with Daniel Jones. And I'm not knocking Daniel Jones, but he's not a guy, at least at this point in his career, that's as attractive as an option as some other quarterbacks that, other teams with quarterbacks that are more established. Yeah,
I mean, Allen Robinson, I can't see him unless they really sell him unless Joe Judge really sells him. I mean, he's never and I've said this before, he's never played with a good quarterback. I mean, when Blake Bortles is your best quarterback, and you have to sit there with Mitchell Trubisky. I mean, you're right. Is he going to want to say, wow, that Daniel Jones and those 11 interceptions, he's really going to get me the ball. Yeah. And I always get concerned. I said this before. I get concerned with guys in ACL injuries because usually 3 to 4 years after the ACL, and I know this because I've had multiple ACL surgeries and replacement surgeries, the knee starts to break down over a period of time. So I get worried that he's probably going to want a 5-year contract. And then what's going to happen? I believe he's 27 now. So, I mean, what's going to happen when he gets, into his 30s? Is it going to be the contract's going to be contract friendly enough for the team that it would make sense? But like I said, this is his last payday. Yeah. So he's going to look for the cash. And like I said, I never begrudge any player that, wants to get his money. But from the Giants cap situation, I just can't see them making that happen. I would love to have him, but to your point, like I said, I don't see him beating down the door.
Yeah,
to find out.
And to answer it quickly, I think draft is more likely. Like if we're going to bring in a premium wide receiver, if we're going to bring in a free agent wide receiver, I'm leaning like a mid-tier guy like Curtis Samuel. I know a lot of Giants fans don't want to hear that because he's not Allen Robinson, and he's not a number one. But the ties to Gettleman, the versatility aspect, and the fact that he'd fit the budget potentially. If they're going to bring in a guy, I think it'll be more of a mid-tier guy at the wide receiver position.
And Curtis Samuel, the only thing, like I said, I have a problem with him is he's basically Sterling Shepard 2.0.
Yeah.
They're almost the exact same size. They were drafted 1 year apart, and I found it funny. They were drafted 1 year apart in the exact same spot in the second round. So, I mean, statistically, they're pretty much the same. And I can't see just bringing in a clone of a guy that we already have that people are already speaking like they want to get rid of.
I don't want him.
I personally don't want him either, but I don't want him.
Yeah.
I mean, I
see Rolly going, Chris, what the blank? I don't want him. I'm telling you who I think is most likely that we would bring in. That's not my wish list, Rolly. It's who if we're gonna bring in a free agent wide receiver, to me he makes the most sense because he fits the budget. He's a guy that it would be willing to come here because he's not going to be the most attractive option. Beggars can't be choosers. I think if the Giants are willing to give him a pretty good salary, the fact he has ties to Gettleman, I could see it. I don't think we're going to get an upper echelon guy.
All right, I'm going to wrap up the trivia because we're going to have the Super Bowl ring giveaway right now, and this is going to be, I'm going to tell everyone right now they are going to need, I'm going to put the ring on because it is nice and heavy. I'm going to tell everyone right now, you are probably going to need a piece of paper for this because this question is you need to earn this ring. And this is a question that I actually thought of. And so I'm hoping that someone can get this. So I'm going to give everyone a minute and we are going to go right now. This is going to be like I said, get a piece of paper, get ready, because you're going to need to do some adding. And I will give a hint if we go too long a little bit. All right. If you add the number or the numbers of Eli Manning and Jeff Hostetler, then subtract the number of Phil Simms, what number of this Hall of Fame quarterback who played for the Giants do you end up with? So I'm going to say that again. If you add the numbers of Eli Manning and Jeff Hostetler, then subtract the number of Phil Simms, what number of his Hall of Fame quarterback will you get, or who will it be?
So you have to name the number or the quarterback? You
have to name. Well, hopefully you'll name the number. You'll get the number and know the quarterback. So I'd like to have both.
Okay.
Because that's why I say you're going to Fran Tarkenton. But what's the number? What's the number? I'm not doing math. I'm gonna give you a hint. It's between 14 and 17. Or it's 14. I'm going to give it to you. You know what? You're not good at doing math, so I'm going to say you win the ring. You're going to get the ring. Because you know what? I am more impressed that you actually got who it was. So you know what? That is fantastic. I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna sit there and worry about the math, but there you go, sir. You are a big winner today. And I hope you really enjoy the ring, because like I said, this is actually a nice piece of jewelry. It comes in its nice little mahogany box. It's got all the little crusted diamonds and all little crystals. So I think that is a good choice, because like I said, that was a tough question.
Yeah.
And I was more concerned about, getting the name of the quarterback than I was actually getting the number itself, because it is math. And I see there's some people saying that wasn't fair because of the fact that some people answered the full question. But you know what? All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to give away another ring, because if you think we were saying that it wasn't a fair question, I am going to give away a second ring. Let me find my box. Hold on. I am going to give away the 2007-8 New York Giants championship Super Bowl ring as well. So we're going to give away a second ring now, and we're actually going to make this. We'll make this what kind of question should we make this, Chris? Should we make it
let's give the younger fans a chance.
You want to give the younger fans a chance?
You don't got to make it necessarily easy, but more recent history.
More recent history. All right. You know what, sir? You know what? I appreciate your honesty, and you're still going to get the ring. You're still going to get the ring. So you're still going to get it. I am going to give it to you either way, because you know what? You were a gentleman. You were a big supporter, and I do agree. I probably shouldn't have given it to you so quickly, but I'm still going to give you the ring. Evan Ingram, you didn't get screwed. You won twice. You're going to get so many different prizes you're not even going to know.
Evan Ingram, you're lucky you're allowed in this chat. with everything you put us through this year, Evan Ingram.
Yeah, that's true. That is a good point. All right, you know what? This is a fairly recent question. Eli Manning, of course, wore number 10. Who was the last Giants quarterback to start a game wearing number 10? And I'll give you a hint. His first name starts with a K. He went to Ohio State, transferred to the University of Pittsburgh. Jose G. Kent Graham. You are 100%. You are 100% correct. Yes, sir. Old Kent Graham. He was going to be the quarterback. He was going to be the guy. Him and Danny Cannell. They were gonna bring the Giants out of the doldrums until we finally found Kerry Collins. But you know what? Yes, it was number 10, Kent Graham. And Jose G, I'm going to allow you to pick your choice of rings. You can either have I have a couple of them. You can either have the Eli ring, or you can have the 2007-2008 Super Bowl ring. I'm going to let you choose which one you want to pick as well, because you know what? I think that was a very good question. That was a very good answer. I think that was fun. I know we had a little bit of intrigue. I think next time we're going to do it as a call-in show. Dave Brown. No, I don't think it was Dave Brown.
Well, no, I got a question. And then I'm going to answer Roldy's question. I got a question. What's the difference between the Eli ring and the Super Bowl ring? Is the Eli ring not a Super Bowl ring?
Well, no, the other Super Bowl ring is not an Eli ring. This is an Eli Manning stamped ring.
Oh, so it's
And
not a
then
Super
we
Bowl
have
ring.
another ring,
okay.
which is it's not a Manning ring. It is just the plain 2007, 2008 ring.
Okay.
So they're actually both Super Bowl rings.
Okay.
So, but one has Eli Manning's. You can't see it on the camera. One has Eli Manning's name engraved on the side. The other one is just what they refer to as more of a salesman sample of the ring itself. So, I mean, that's an easier way to put it. And what I want everyone to do, and I wrote down everyone's name who won and who I actually promised prizes to. Yes, you did win twice. You did win twice, sir. And what I want you to do is I wrote down everyone's name and everything, but I want you to email me directly at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com and just email me your address. And I know, because I know most of the people that won, so I think that's you'll take the Eli ring. Yeah, that's fine. You can have the Eli ring. I know everyone that won, I pretty much know. So if you just want to email me at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com and just email me your address, I will then turn around and have everything sent out. It usually takes me a couple days. Wait, really? Well, I don't want to give too many easy questions. I mean, I think, Rob, I think that was I think the idea was I wanted to try to make it a little bit more competitive, but I think the next time we do it, I will give more questions from the 2000 era. But like I said, I do think it was I think it was an interesting. Here we go. Oh, Mr. Bad Dog, I didn't even see it. Oh my goodness, he's right. I had that wrong. No, he said YA. Didn't he say YA?
No, he said Tarkenton.
Oh, I have to go back. Hold on.
Yeah, he said Tarkenton.
I thought he said YA. Hold on. We got YA. He had YA. Hold on. Let's go back and see who then was the winner then. Let's see. Evan Ingram first had it. Let me see here. Did you write Connie Mack? Did you really write Brett Favre? or is that a joke? All right, let's see here.
Bad Dog says he said YA first. I think Bad Dog's due a ring.
You know what? Actually, Bad Dog should get the ring. Bad, because going back, no one actually got the full right answer. But I am still going to give out the rings to the people who won that we said won. I'm not going to take that. I'm not going to take that away whatsoever. I am still going to give out those rings because I am not. Oh, you know what? The average Joe. Thank you, sir. Wow. I mean, that's very, actually, I really do appreciate that. And I guess that's called the super chat. I was trying to disable that because, like I said, I really do appreciate when you guys actually, offer, give the super chats. And I think that's fantastic. But like I said, I'm more doing this for everyone here and you guys. But I really do appreciate it. I do think it's fantastic. But please, I just want you to know that I'm not here to try to monetize anything, because if I was trying to monetize something, I would probably work a little harder than I do at the channel. And like I said, what Chris and Bad Dog do, actually being on the camera consistently, I mean, to me, that is something that I don't have the I don't have the drive to continuously do, because that's something you really need to do and you really need to work on. And like I said, you guys are awesome at that. And I really do respect that, because that's just something that I wish I could make the camera work. So I think that's more of my issue. But like I said, what you guys do and the way you guys do it, and how long you've been doing it. I mean, how long actually have you been doing it, Chris? Going back
2.5 years. I've been on YouTube.
2.5 years. Wow, I thought you've been doing longer than that.
No, I started right after. I didn't do the draft coverage for the Barkley draft. I started about a month after Barkley was drafted. That's when I started on YouTube.
I know my Giants. Bad Dog, if you want a ring, I'll send you a ring. And I'll actually even give you a choice. I'll give you a choice because you're an old timer like me. I will either let you can either have the first New York Giants Super Bowl ring, or you can even have their second 1990 championship ring. So I don't know if you can see that as well. So we have 2 rings. So, I would definitely give one to Bad Dog. But everyone that did win, I am definitely going to make sure that you do get your ring. So, I mean, like I said, I think that we should honor when I make a mistake. I always try to correct that mistake. But like you said, you know what? Everyone who I said won, please email me at onlineBigBlue@gmail.com, because like I said, I really do want to make sure everyone gets something. And especially if I did say you win, even because if it's my mistake, I want to make sure everybody's happy. And what I want to do now is I really do want to wrap this up, because my son, I hear him in the background. He's staying up late. He's staying up late a little bit to watch the stream. But Chris, like I said, I really do appreciate you coming on. I appreciate everyone coming in and enjoying or hopefully enjoying the trivia. Didn't go as smoothly as I thought it would go, but like I said, I wanted to try to do something different and give some things back. And what I'm going to do in the next couple of days also, I'm going to try to give away some more things during just my regular videos itself. So we'll have a little thing where you guys can, maybe I'll do something in the video where you email me the answer. And even if you get it wrong, I probably will send you something, because evidently I don't know how to read today. But like I said, Chris, I really do appreciate you coming on. I know you have a stream coming up in 14 minutes, so I'll make sure everyone jumps over to see Chris. And Chris, actually, I'm going to give you the last word.
No, I appreciate you for having me on. I saw Roldy asking me to answer his question, so I'm going to answer it real quickly, and then I'm going to say thank you so much for having me on. I can answer it more so in my next stream, Roldy. I know you'll be over there, but and I'll let you feed off this too. I think Leonard Williams is much more important to this Giants defense than Dalvin Tomlinson, and I love Dalvin Tomlinson, but all you got to do is look at and Dalvin Tomlinson is one of my favorite players on this team. All you got to do is look at the production of Dalvin Tomlinson once Leonard Williams got here. He became a much better football player when we traded for Leonard Williams. Leonard Williams, I think, is capable of doing more things. He's more versatile. I think he fits the scheme better. I love Dalvin Tomlinson. Leonard Williams is a better player. But it comes down to dollars and cents. But if you're asking me who's more important when you're taking salary out of it to this defense, it's Leonard Williams.
See, I actually have to go the opposite.
Really?
When we traded for Leonard Williams,
yeah,
his last 8 games with the Giants that year, and the Giants' run defense only improved by 3.5 yards a game. So they gave up 3.5 yards less after Leonard Williams came in. So it wasn't like all of a sudden that the defense, just turned it all around. And of course, he had the half a sack. My thing is with Dalvin Tomlinson, he offers the protection on the line for the second level, going into second level for the linebackers. And our linebacking core outside of Blake Martinez is kind of weak and inconsistent at the moment. And if we're not having them slow down, having Dexter Lawrence and Dalvin Tomlinson slow down the running back so Blake Martinez can actually use his vision and put himself in the right place, it's going to be like when we got rid of Snacks. I mean, I'm not saying Dalvin Tomlinson is not important. He is. I think Leo's more important. Well, like I said, I would like to see him perform more out of 6 years, perform a little bit more. Because like I said, he had the 1 Pro Bowl season in his second year with the Jets. Yeah. And I'm not going to say he was pedestrian the rest of the time, but I got a lot of friends that are Jet fans, and they were more frustrated with with Leonard Williams than anything else. And they were happy to see him go. And
I know they were.
And I was laughing because, you had people saying that the Giants were competing against themselves to get him, to trade for him. So, I mean, I can't give a guy $18 to $21 million if, just off of one good season. Because look at Big Daddy Wilkerson, when he went to Washington, he got the $100 million contract after having a couple of good years, after really one good year. And then we never heard from him again. And Washington took forever to recover from that cap. That cap hit itself. So I kind of worry with a guy that's 27 years old coming off, his best season during his contract year, what we're going to get in return.
Hey, it's a fair point. I'm gonna side with Leonard. With money involved, though, like you were saying, I said without the money involved. If you're talking $21 million. Yeah. But if it was all equal, yeah.
You'll always, and that's the thing with the NFL, especially with salary cap. You can never take, that's why I never do. You can never take the money out.
Of course.
Because if it was all equal, yeah, and they were, then it would definitely be Leonard Williams.
That's what I'm saying.
But like
that's what I'm saying. If it's all equal, right. I think Leonard Williams is more important. The question is the difference in salary, is he worth that difference in salary? Yeah. And I agree with that. I think there's a price for Leonard Williams.
Yeah, what do you think the price is?
All right, here's what I'll say, Tim. I think I'm willing to give him on a shorter deal, I'm willing to give him more per year. I'm not willing to go 5 years at the $19-20 million. I'm willing to go 3 with the ability to get out after 2. Like they did kind of with Bradbury. I'm willing to overpay a little bit on a shorter-term contract. But if I'm going to 5 years, I shrink that down to about $17 million a year. $17.5 million a year.
Now, what I think I saw it on Twitter that they basically said that I think it was Art Stapleton said that Leonard Williams, this was never about the money. You know, it was posted on Twitter. Do you honestly think that for Leonard Williams, it's not about the money, that it's about playing for the Giants and Patrick Graham?
It's always been about that, and that's not a knock on Leonard Williams. That's all players. But him specifically, I mean, when he got here last year and we franchise tagged him on the defensive tackle, he fought tooth and nail to get that extra $3 million as a defensive end.
Yeah,
he's going to try to get every penny he can, as he should. It's a business. I'm not going to begrudge, be mad at him for that. But yeah, it's about the money. I don't care what he says. It's about the money.
No, I agree. I agree 100%. So again, I'm going to wrap this up. And again, I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate Bad Dog stopping by. I know you got your stream on in 10 minutes. So everyone, you know what? Everyone head over to Chris, and I
appreciate you for having me on.
It was fun to have you here. And like I said, I really do appreciate you coming out.
Thank you for having me on. Thank you for everybody who showed up. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, everyone.